Hello and welcome to another update. In this one we'll be covering the Zaporizhzhia front again as the Russian forces continue their offensive against Oryhiv. We see that the Russian forces have continued their attacks in the direction of Stepove, Mali Sherbaki, Novoandrivka and Novodanilivka. We can see that the Russian forces have actually managed to successfully capture Mali Sherbaki and Sherbaki, where the fighting continues at the outskirts of Sherbaki, and they have managed to enter Novoandrivka and Novodanilivka. With this, we can see that the Russian forces have actually successfully broken through the Ukrainian defenses. We can also see that they most likely have used armored vehicles to go past the open fields. I earlier thought that most likely it would be muddy. However, it seems that the Russian vehicles managed to pass through the open field anyways. With this, we can determine that the Ukrainian forces are most likely cut off from any form of escape, as if they manage to retreat out of these villages, they'll be in the open fields, which will allow the Russian artillery to attack their positions. While at the same time, we see that the Russian forces have cut off the highway, which prevents them from a speedy escape. With this, they will have to defend these areas or withdraw to Oryhiv, which will then allow the Russian forces to advance towards it. We can see that there is the Kunkurka River here to the north, which will allow them to hold positions to the north. However, this also allows the Russians to push here in the south without much difficulty, as the Ukrainians will have a difficult time counterattacking from the north. So essentially, we'll be seeing the Russian forces press on in this area, and most likely this is a larger offensive than I originally thought, as the Russian forces didn't just attack and retreat, but they're actually pushing on to Oryhiv. They may be going for a speedy capture, thinking that the Ukrainian forces are too distracted and occupied with defending Bakhmut, and have relocated a lot of troops from the Zaporizhzhia front to that area. If we look at the militaryland.net military deployment map, we can see that the Ukrainian forces have about 6 brigades located in this area. If we assume that most of them are above 70% strength, that would leave about 24,000 Ukrainian troops in this area. With that in mind, we can see that the Russian forces must have a much larger force, maybe around 40 to 50,000, considering the speed of their attacks. Or the Ukrainian forces just have their forces too separate for them to counter the Russian advances properly. If the Russians have managed to concentrate about 10,000 soldiers compared to Ukrainian defending 4,000, then that would make sense, considering that they are pushing as they are. The situation on the ground is difficult to determine, so I'll just leave it at that. However, it looks like the Russians have decided that they want to go for Oryhiv, and that's all for this update. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for watching, and have a great day.